on Cobblestone, mate.
How am I going to do that?
No, don't do it. Let's keep talking.
Oh, okay. Well, I just wanted to give it... He said he doesn't get to cast very much.
This is my
so I wanted to
casting
give it some
opportunity,
time.
yeah.
But it looks like this is all going down right now. As a lot of red appears on the screen, bodies falling. And the knife round will go in favor of Heroic. And I assume that they will probably want to be starting on that CT side.
Okay.
That would be where I'd be starting anyway.
Well, it's interesting, yeah. So but let's not forget, HellRaisers did not win the knife on train, and that did seem to be, to some extent, their downfall, just because they started on such a large back foot coming into that second half. But pistol wins would certainly help HellRaisers. They haven't been having a great track record so far.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best place to start, right? Obviously, they can get the economy going at that point.
Get
And
6 rounds deep.
Yeah, but I think coming into a matchup like this, Heroic always look pretty good on their pistol rounds. I think that the coach... Peacemaker does a pretty good job, and Snappy's always very creative with his strategy. So I always like the pistol rounds I see coming out of the Heroic boys. I'm actually been impressed because Nico had a relatively good game then, and that's one of the guys we always note having to step up for this Heroic roster. He needs to be one of like that third star within the team. Obviously, Yugi needs to be at the top there. Maybe even the second star, right?
Yeah, definitely things have been going right for Heroic. You know, everything aligned as it should for them to take the win. But Cobblestone is a different type of a beast, and I'm going with HellRaisers.
Okay.
Wants a 3 mapper.
He wants a full 3.
I don't want it, but it's going to happen.
Oh.
It's going to go down. That's it. That's your expectation. You've already made it clear you think Heroic's going to take
Yeah,
this
it's
one.
going to be 2-0.
So, I mean, I assume the casters are going to be ready. Let's go ahead and check in with the casters.
They're always ready, our lovely casters.
They smell like roses. It's Anders and Moses.
You know, Alex, when you assume you make an ass out of you and some guy named Ming, so don't want to do that. Moses, we're going to head into map number 2. It's going to be on Cobblestone, and it's Heroic versus HellRaisers.
Yes, it is. I don't know what to expect. I know they just said it would be 2-0, perhaps a prediction there, but I thought HellRaisers looked pretty good, all things considered. I mean, they had some silly rounds that they lost, but the fact that they were still able to lose some of those silly rounds and still have a chance. Yeah,
I feel like it was all the wrong rounds that they lost. You know, like they lost all the rounds that forced them to eco and saved Heroic's economy every single time. So
yeah, it's heartbreaking.
Don't want to see that again. But I have to agree. I think Heroic are going to be pretty good on this map. Like having someone like Yugi, having the potential double up with Snappy as well. Going to be pretty deadly on this map.
I really liked Madi in the decisions that he was making, like his maybe not the decisions, but just like the fact that he was winning so many just like one-on-one duels. Like they used him in a lot of ways to just kind of find a fight, and he seemed that guy when they needed to get a kill. You know, walking out up a ramp, finding a kill into the bomb site, just a one-on-one. He did it a couple of other times as well. So if he's going to continue doing that and having success, then this could be an actual nightmare for HellRaisers.
Yes, it could. They're going to be starting on the T side, Heroic on the CT side. Playing T side pistol on this is really interesting because, like, if you've survived, I guess the first engagement against the USPs,
and you get close up,
yeah, then it's pretty good, you know. But up until that point, if you just get tagged in the face in the wrong moment, you really don't go anywhere, do you?
No. Well, Snappy and Rubino are going to get aggressive towards A Halls. They're going to peek this. And actually, they want to find a 2-on-1. Angel has an off angle, and that's going to be a good win for Snappy, just as you mentioned. Not always ideal taking those range fights, but now they got to fall back before those Glocks come up dangerous areas and really catch them, and they do find that timing. So HellRaisers can't punish the aggression whatsoever. A good advantage found here for Heroic.
Yeah, not only that, I mean, they hear all those footsteps, so they know that there were a bunch of people on that side who were trying to sort of close them in. So now they've wasted a bit of time, they've lost a player, and maybe they can make up for it. They have one smoke, so, you know, that's the tool that they have to try and, well, I guess either cross for the bomb plant in B if that's where they end up, or just try and get off the plateau in B.
And Snappy was peering down towards those double doors in mid, so he actually saw a couple players rotate back as well. So you can see Rubino's allowed to cheat over. Snappy's got a close angle in mid, so he can have a fast flank if he wants it, but they seem to have a good read of what's coming. The one scary part is this drop zone, because they're giving up a lot of space there. Yugi's playing outside of it in connector. Nico's actually by the statue in the bomb site, so drop could be a point where HellRaisers finds a way to get back into this round.
He's got 30 seconds left. This is so little time. I mean, if anything goes wrong in this push, if the bomb gets dropped in the wrong place, then it's all going to be over pretty quick here. HellRaisers not leaving themselves much chance, and Yugi with a headshot taking one. It's a good return from Bondic, and they need a lot more of that. 19 seconds now on the clock, and they need to move quick. And Modi's in position. He's actually going to get tagged a bit, but Nico's there to help him out. Bomb trying to make its way out, but mid-air going to get taken down. Nico hitting that headshot with the USP, and that leaves Bondic completely trapped, out of time. It's all gone horribly wrong. Triple for Nico, and Heroic winning a pistol round.
It went terrible everywhere HellRaisers went that round. First trying to go over towards A, Angel getting dropped, and then when they get down drop zone, Yugi gets an easy headshot as well in that first go. Well, not an easy headshot. That's a pretty tough shot to hit, but he gets a quick one. And just every time they gained some kind of map control, they lost a player for it. So that's tough for HellRaisers. Obviously, the clock winding down didn't help at all. So they're going to buy into this next round. They're going to have pistols, armor. They're going to have the nades. Nicely done from Nico in this round. 3 kills total in the end of it.
Yeah, he's going to be enjoying that.
Had a great game on train as well.
He did. He was really doing a good job. So right now he's he's hitting a high mark for Heroic. And the rest are doing fine. I mean, everyone. It was sort of a good team effort, I feel like, on train.
Yeah,
so
it was.
They should be happy with that. The Eagles and CSAT 75s and quite a few grenades this time, though, on HellRaisers. We'll see if they can output some damage. It would be great news if they could just get like 3 kills in this round. Like that would be a big win. Maybe even a bomb plant.
It's a deep smoke towards this B hallway. And again, Heroic playing a very passive defense at drop. Madi outside of it. Yugi could get caught. He's got that really tough off angle to deal with right here. If your HellRaiser's coming out, it's so tough to clear, especially if there's someone to distract. But Madi's the one who might get a lot of pressure. This is going to be crazy. Smoke down, he's going to rotate around, he wants to stop them, but that flashbang, he takes it full in the face, but still no progression, no movement from HellRaisers. They're going to boost back up, but they do have some control towards drop at least.
Madi trying to play it safely as he possibly can. They're going to have the advanced warning. Nico will hear them coming pretty early on, and Yugi can swing around and try and help him out. He even has a grenade, I believe, so that might work out just fine. Nico getting tagged a bit for the smoke, and he's going to re-engage, ends up getting dropped now. Yugi really has to stay alive here, otherwise bomb site could fall, but he does a fine job picking up both those kills. And Bondic and Woxic, hard to imagine that they're going to be able to really get out from this plateau. Indeed, Snappy will take one down. Bomb is dropped up there, and now Bondic, they're just all gunning for him. No chance at all, no bomb pot, and definitely not worth the investment in that round.
No, it really wasn't. There was, I feel like there was a lot of wasted utility and nades from HellRaisers. If you think out towards that window at drop, they throw a smoke, they throw 2 flashbangs out of it, and they don't ever use any of it to try and do anything. So when they do eventually take the hit, it was a really smart play from Yugi as well, because when Nico falls on the B platform, he doesn't have that cover from behind. So he's got to get aggressive towards drop and just get into a new position where he's actually safe. So that was a really small detail. If he had it and he had stayed there and for some reason been sandwiched and taken out, then HellRaisers can start moving in towards the bomb site. It'll be interesting to see how HellRaisers is going to adjust this. This is 3 rounds in a row. They did it last round as well, that Heroic actually pushed up and peaked that A halls. And it's allowed some pretty early information to go their way. So I imagine Angel eventually is going to adapt to that. Maybe they put someone like Woxic there with the AWP that first gun round to see if they can get a punish. That would be really good news. Obviously, this map can be at least very hard to play on the CT side. So if you win that pistol round, you get the following 2 rounds. You know you've got a really good foundation to build something on. It's going to be interesting to see what HellRaisers do in that 4th round. I'm really looking forward to seeing if they come up with any kind of cool tricks here. They're in a bit of a tough spot overall. So what is the Swiss system? They've lost the first day, right? And if they can't pick up this one, might just run into more trouble later on. Yeah, it's hard enough. Hard enough coming back from 0-2 when it's BO1 Swiss system, and then all of a sudden you make it a BO3 Swiss system, and that's a lot of games and a very tough situation to return from. So 3-0, Woxic not going to have that AWP, doesn't have the money for it whatsoever, and it's going to be a bit of a bonus round coming out for Heroic if they, depending on how many of these SMGs they want to keep. They're going to keep 2 UMPs. The AWP is out in Yugi, and he was I guess a badass is a good way to put on train. Yes, he really controlled a huge portion of the map, and they weren't able to really shut him down in any kind of an effective way, partially because they weren't really that good at throwing flashbangs and smokes to block him off, and maybe they'll do a better job on this map. You've got to hope so from their point of view, otherwise I expect he'll do something similar to them. Well, the early danger that HellRaisers is going to have is Madi has been boosted up from the CT side, playing behind this smoke. See where exactly how he handles this position at a current off angle with Bondic approaching. And he's going to win that fight. Dead Fox and Angel taking control of Danger Stairs, moving up. They're making footsteps. There's a nice flash from Rubino. Got to be careful, though, he doesn't get caught out. A follow-up flashbang. Angel's in the open. That's a nice headshot. He's blinded himself, but he's safe at the moment. Dead Fox chasing him down, but he's exposed himself for that one kill. And no one from HellRaisers on the other side of the map is really in any position to capitalize or to do anything with it. Yugi with the AWP, playing behind Statue.
Almost Rek getting the wrap on here. HS getting the kill on Nico. Yugi goes down. HS with a great double opening into the site. Huge turnaround for HellRaisers here. 2-on-4 into a 2-on-2. And tapping away. Is Snappy going to win it with the FAMAS? That is really, really unfortunate. HellRaisers could have turned that around. They had everything going for them, and it didn't really work out. Snappy at 8-1 right now. I've got to say, the way that Rubino won that fight is just the most annoying thing I've witnessed in a while.
Which one?
Like, he underhand throws the flashbang and fights while looking straight at it. Like, you know, it wasn't even like he turned around to dodge it himself and then got the kill. He was just saying, I'm just going to stare right into it while I just hold down mouse 1 with the UMP and that's it. Like, that's really frustrating.
Why not? Yeah, it works out for him. Good
It
kill on
does.
Angel. I mean, that's part. This HellRaisers being spread out. They just you can't be losing all this. It seemed like they just took every single fight that they encountered, and you don't necessarily need to do that in a default. Here's a full-blown hit towards this B bomb site. They had some success here last round in the 2-on-4. The CZ going to work early. Dead Fox is going to gain ground. That's a miss shot from Yugi, but Nico's there for the cover, and Yugi's not going to miss too many in a row. And the rest of HellRaisers wrapping around, but they're still kept at bay at a decent range for these M4s to go to work. HS has no HP, and he's going to fall. Nice job from Nico helping to protect Yugi in the chicken hut.
Yeah, very good job. You don't want to leave your AWP player alone for too long on that side. There is kind of minimal coverage back there.
Yeah, that one missed shot could have been deadly for Yugi if Nico hadn't been there. So that's really cool. Double op setup coming out. CT side of Cobble.
5-0. I mean, this is obviously a bit of an issue.
It was what, 8-0 on train, I believe?
It was by the time they started to really pick it up. You don't really want to repeat that kind of performance at all.
No.
And this is where they're supposed to be getting a lot of rounds, so got to put in the effort early on here. I guess they have a little bit of information about Yugi playing AWP on that B-bomb side, so maybe they could try and sort of play around with that, but if they run into Snappy on the other side, that might be a bit of a deflating moment for them.
This is cool, though, because remember, last round, or the first gun round, Madi got the opening kill in drop zone. This time it's a boost. They don't go all the way up. Just an angle, so a chance there for Ruck to get another one. Rubino's in some danger. Nice flash to allow him to get back. Snappy takes it up with that AWP, tries to catch him off guard, and actually Rubino, I don't know if you saw that close player, but Madi's on the rotate over. This could be dangerous. There's the flashbang out. They're peeking. They want to fight. They have no idea Angel is to the left, and that's a huge kill, and Woxic chiming in with the AWP. Snappy has so much to do, but he can't. He didn't even have his gun out. This is going to be a round for HellRaisers, and Heroic caught off by the timing and the consistent aggression up that mid-ramp.
Yeah, they definitely were not prepared for that, and that was really odd because it wasn't like it was such a shocking, turn of events. You just see everybody out of position by the time they come up that ramp. Really, really strange. And that will be, I think, a timeout being called for Heroic, so I might just want to cool everyone down here. HellRaisers is going to be incredibly excited. They pick up the other AWP, and they've got everyone living so far. If they can make that true, then, yeah, getting into the game a lot earlier than they did on train.
Yeah, I think HellRaisers just kind of obviously lost track of Angel and how much progress he made, but I think they were in their heads saying there's no way HellRaisers pushes up this ramp right now. Like, we've had enough presence to where that's too much of a risk for them, and they were obviously wrong in that assumption. So, good round from HellRaisers, but this is where they struggled in the previous map, is building upon this one win. So they've got to put them together here early on. Nice thing is they survive with 4 players, so they have plenty of money in the bank. And Heroic going to talk things over, make sure that doesn't happen twice.
7th round. The money for Heroic. A little bit of a tactical timeout here as they discuss how to move on. But how much money do they have in the bank, I wonder? Because even though they won 5 in a row, yeah, it's pretty good, but it's not completely out of control. It's within distance where HellRaisers just need to pick up some back-to-back rounds here, and they will have reset them. Actually, they spent quite a bit just rebuying the 3 rifles in this round.
Yeah, I mean, they have one more buy. They have that buffer.
Yeah.
One more round. See, I got it down today. Yeah, they are going to have that kind of space to work with on the heroic side, where if they lose this, they'll have one more buy going on. And this is a pretty, I mean, this is obviously a very solid buy. 4 kits, they have full utility, they have the AWP in Yugi's hands as well. So sitting nice, they just can't get caught off guard by that kind of push in mid again. And it'll be interesting to see, I mean, that was also the first time they saw a double op setup come out. And that switch up didn't seem to be too friendly.
There's a lot of early grenades raining into the B bomb site, but they don't really follow up behind it. So I'm wondering if they were just trying to force out more grenades early on here. If they're expecting a low buy from Heroic, then it makes sense to try and see if they can make them use as many HEs and smokes and Molotovs as you can early on. And then maybe they re-engage later. Snappy's the... Well, Yuki's sort of reaching over there as well. So the defense here on B is not going to be that great. This is, I mean, this is the classic B problem on Cobblestone. If you lose the first fight, if Rubino or Modi or Nico go down here, then the rest can't really be expected to keep up the defense.
No one towards A this round for HellRaisers, though. They have no control, no kind of information around the map. And just passing the 1 minute, there's kind of like a time limit on when they can actually retreat towards the A bomb site, because there's so much ground they'd have to cover if they went back. So this almost feels like they've blocked themselves in and locked themselves into an A execute. Again, though, HellRaisers still don't seem to have noticed, even though they've had control of it a couple times, it's a very passive defense set up on drop zone. So pretty much anytime HellRaisers wants to go drop, they can get down and have control of that. Not utilizing it this time, but a lot of pressure going to be on Rubino. All alone at the stairs. He does have a teammate on the tree, but he can't fall back because of that, because he's got to cover him. And this is awkward now. Molotov to slow things down. That'll buy time for Heroic to get into different positions if they choose.
Look at the time that's left. That one grenade was really big. A couple of more flashbang. It's all going to fall apart, and they flash everybody with that one grenade. That's a huge flashbang coming through. Nico picking up a great triple spray. And that's Angel and Woxig left with 10 seconds. They should just probably just fall back. Pushing into the bomb side now, there's almost no chance it's going to work out. That's the quad kill for Nico. And Woxig is finally going to be able to take him down. Time is out, and Heroic going to win the round. I'm not sure if he actually died after the time ran out there, but yeah, did he? No, I think he got the loss bonus.
I think it is
as
well.
It seems like he did. That's unfortunate. The fact that they put down the Molotov is one thing, but the flashbang that falls in, it hits all 5 players.
No,
like,
but
look at this. They're all flashed.
Yeah, I mean, this is also, though, why you don't run this timer down, especially if all 5 players are going to be coming from one location. No one actually got aggressive to get off that platform. Part of it, yeah, because that flashbang, but when that happens, you're just so bottlenecked. That first Molotov that Heroic throws to slow things down that allows Rubino to get that perch back up on stairs, that's huge, because him and Nico have such a dirty crossfire in that scenario. And HellRaisers, you know, I mentioned it, with all 5 players over towards the B halls, I mean, they really kind of limited their strategic options that round.
Yeah. And now we're back to what seems to be almost a classic for HellRaisers in this game. Just as they're about to be able to do it, they're about to be reset themselves, although Bondik getting a really big opening. Nico with one in return, but he's going to go down, and now Yugi's in a lot of trouble on this plateau. They're coming in from every angle. He's going to pick up one big shot with the AWP. Grenades raining in left and right. He's going to try and put up a smoke to stay alive and waiting for Rubino to come and help him out. And it's got to be really quick right now. A minute left now, but this 2 versus 3 should be working out for HellRaisers. There's a flashbang to try and just buy even more time. Random shots coming through the smoke, and eventually they're going to be able to find him. Double for Angel, headshot for Woxig against Rubino. And HellRaisers are going to win that round. Just a lot more pacing this time. Really, really fast in the drop. And yeah, it worked out.
Maybe that shows, I mean, they obviously got the read now, but maybe that shows why Heroic's chosen to play outside of it so much. Madi just getting dropped in that room very, very quickly. And actually, I mean, Yugi doing his best to stay alive as long as possible. It was really nice work by HellRaisers to continuously throw nades at him and make sure he's pinned down. You don't want that AWPer in that scenario. With that box, he can find some cover and he can re-peek, and it can be so deadly, but he's able to last a very long time, just not able to get any more clean shots out. HS pressuring B relatively quickly. Nico's here. HS is going to go through it. He wants to find a duel. This would be huge. There's the UMP, though. Nico drops him before he can get anything done. Rubino now over towards the A side. Him and Snappy feeling very comfortable at the moment. But once again, it's going to be the remaining HellRaisers players. They're committed over towards A now.
Nico's just doing such a good job. I think that was his 14th kill, is that correct? I think in 9 rounds. So he's way out of control.
Yeah. 2 maps in a row as well. Rubino caught snoozing. It's all on Snappy. He needs to win that, and he does. That's a dirty off angle, but Angel wins the fight, and Madi coming in with the UMP. Not the strongest weapon. The bomb is dropped, though, and Angel with low HP. He's got to rely on Woxic to kind of make the plays, and Angel needs to just kind of get some kind of position where he can support.
Fair play on Angel getting the first kill against Snappy, but how on earth did he get the kill against Modi, who came through? That was a really quick turnaround for Angel. Very fast reactions. 40 seconds as the bomb is going to be going down here. 2-on-2. The fact that Woxic is still alive with that AWP, I would say, gives them a pretty good chance. There is a smoke on Yugi, so if they isolate him, if they realize where he's playing from Woxic, maybe they can just make him irrelevant with a single grenade. Angel, worry. There's Woxic with a shot taking down Yugi, and now it's all on Nico. Does he spot it out? Yes, he will get the kill on Angel, and one flashbang going to be going in. The smoke is somewhere else. Woxic temporarily out of position. He's going to try and make the cross on in, but Nico's in so much trouble. He's going to tap the bomb once. He's got one chance, and that jump is just so good for Woxic. Just gives him the information that he needed, and that's pretty much the round done. Woxic going to be able to pick it up. Double kill for him, playing it very smartly indeed. Another round for HellRaisers, and this time it breaks the economy of Heroic.
Yeah, finally they've actually gotten it done across 2 maps. It feels like this is the first time they've been able to make that work and make that turn. I'm actually surprised to see them win this. I don't know, Rubino is just about to look into a wall, maybe for a counter flash, but Angel just walks out. That's too easy. And obviously the follow-up here, and then the second one. The reason he gets that kill is because Madi actually takes out his teammate, so he had an extra second to kind of react to it. But still, very nice, obviously.
A little help every now and again.
I'm just amazed that he just strolls out and just takes out Rubino. What's happening there? No flash, no nades.
Well, that's a good flashbang, but the USP is still not that great. Dead Fox and HS are going to be fine. A little bit of an early scare for them, but ultimately pretty much an easy round. So will be a 4th round here for HellRaisers. Don't see Snappy and Rubino really putting up any kind of a retake in this situation. So yeah, things are looking up for HellRaisers at least.
Yeah, certainly looking better. Any gun that Heroic can get away with, any bonus money maybe with this MAC 10 they can find would be nice. Bondik's on the hunt. But yeah, this might be the first time across both maps that HellRaisers really seems to have the upper hand for a stretch.
And they need it. I mean, essentially, they need every single round from here on out.
Yeah.
They need to make this 9-6, and just even then, they can't really relax too much. They need to make a 9-6 and win the pistol. And then we're really talking.
Yeah, they really need to get to 16.
That's a good breakdown,
like
Moses.
that?
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, you are of course correct. No one can argue. So that's how easy Counter-Strike is, Moses.
Yeah, it's a very simple game. Well, no op on Yugi this time, which is going to be nice. HellRaisers doesn't have to go against that AWP, especially because it's been pretty impactful in his hands, all things considered. Snappy still needs to finish buying up. He's going to get a kit. Nico has one as well. Even though there's no op, this is a decent buy coming out of the Heroic side on the defense.
This is where HellRaisers can start to sort of get something rolling. If they win this round, the next one is going to be an eco for Heroic again, and then it just sort of all piles on top. So they've got a really good thing going, but that's a good shot from Rubino. Angel trying to see if he can make it work on that side, but now that he's gone, definitely a bit of an issue. Modi going to be taking out Bondik, and that's 2 fights where there's no chance for a return for anybody else on HellRaisers. It's just an individual battle that's going on. Ooh. That's a great spray transfer from Yugi, taking the headshot on HS. Who could have seen that coming?
That was awesome. That was real. I thought he was dead for sure. But yeah, you're exactly right. Critical round in terms of the money and the opportunities that Heroic are going to have for the rest of this half. And your initial 2 fights are just isolated 1v1s. Angel trying that walkout again. It had worked the previous round. He wanted to go for it again. This time, Rubino ready for it. Dead Fox, the last one remaining. And any guns he can take away from Heroic could be so nice. You have to imagine maybe just going to drop this AWP, make sure that Heroic can't salvage it.
Yeah, it's a really big map, so if he goes into the sniper tower, maybe he could save it for the next round. But it is a risk, definitely a risk to try and do that.
Yeah, I just thought he might throw it away and maybe go to take some weapons away because they're going to be able to buy next time anyways. But just drop that gun over. Angel has $100, so it makes sense to a degree. And just going to keep this this gun for himself. And that'll be the round. That'll be 7 for Heroic, and with 4 players surviving, they're going to be very, very pleased with that. They still won't be able to have an AWP in the next round, but that's kind of a small detail as compared to just straight up winning.
Yeah, 7th round, CT side, Cobblestone, absolutely feels great.
It's been a good half for them.
Yeah, it really has. Once again, they're off to a bit of a strong start, and HellRaisers need to, I don't know, they need to come up with something big here. I feel like we're lacking some of the just the classic B pushes here. I want to see the 3 plateau, 2 drop, and then instead of maybe sort of, you know, edging around too much on the plateau, just once that smoke is up by the broken wall, flash your way through and just jump down. Just really go hard at it.
Yeah.
You just need to roll those dice just a couple of times, see what happens. Still slightly slower approach.
It's just, we saw it on Train as well, and part of the reason why HellRaisers got into such a big hole on Train is, remember, some of those early gun rounds was like the very weird, fast, aggressive turns of the corner, whether it was an Ivy, Angel coming up mid one round with no real utility, and what kind of scares me is that's what we just saw in the previous round, essentially.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
So I think HellRaisers kind of has to stay away from that kind of game style.
I do love the fact that Modi once again is boosted up. I feel like not many where he was for a minute at least. I feel like a lot of teams don't take this chance at all on the CT side. They take no chances. So I feel like Heroic are, they're doing a bit more all the time. Nico is playing aggressive over by the plateau, so they have slightly advanced warning if anything's going to show up at the B-bomb site. Yeah, they're doing the best they can to maximize the chance they can maybe pick one up. Now starting to make their way in. Dead Fox and Angel pushed up very far. This could absolutely catch them off guard. He's got such a good position right now.
Yeah, again, I don't know how he's found this spot. Just the balls to just kind of walk up the whole way, but the fact that no one from Heroic even has an idea. There's Rubino, able to catch it, thankfully, at the timing. Gets a follow-up headshot as well. That's nice. Eliminates that portion of the attack, and HellRaisers, they don't have a lot left to go for. They've got 2 in drop zone. HS going to lead the way out with a Molotov. Rubino's going to be here, but Bondik's covering HS for the drop. Now they're going to attack B, but Yugi in position. There is Nico in the chicken hut. Or no, excuse me, on B platform.
Yeah, but there's only 15 seconds. If he gets the kill Nico on the guy carrying the bomb, the round is over, and that's it. There's just no chance at all. That's so depressing. I feel like if Angel can get into those positions, then the rest of the team should be able to play around. Ooh, everybody had their knife out then.
That was a bit awkward. I don't like this T side. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I think this T side is it's not my cup of tea. It feels like they're relying so much on some high risk, high reward play to open up the round. Like that Angel play, that was a high risk to get him there, but then he's still got to do more. Like first of all, they could have just left Angel there and actually executed onto the B bomb site, and he would just get 2 free kills of the players rotating from A. He didn't need to try and initiate that action, but you know, you have 2 players essentially trying to, you know, run distraction or make a massive, massive hole in the defense over at the A bomb site. Meanwhile, your team is kind of spread out and not really ready to respond to it in any way. And when those 2 guys die, it just seems like everyone else is kind of lost with no clue. I mean, if you're running the clock down to 15 seconds after that, yeah, you just haven't, nothing's gone right, has it? Feels very disjointed.
Yeah, it does. Like,
it feels like there's 2 different ideas going on at the same time, and they're not really meeting in the middle.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, if you get Angel that far on the bomb side, you'd think it would be... you would want to force someone rotating out of the A bomb side and then have Angel shoot them in the back. And instead, it's like Angel actually is the one engaging that fight.
It's so unreasonable to think that he's going to be able to gain more ground than where he was without being spotted or without like getting killed.
Yeah, and it's like if he wins the fight, then I guess that's great. But if he doesn't, then we sort of see the result, as you said. Like then they're just all across the map, and no one can really do anything. They're going to try and see if they can rush through the middle. They did come through the smoke really quick. Snappy's close range, and that's a great shot from Woxic with the Deagle taking down Snappy. They almost line up for a bit of a double kill, but ultimately, great trading happening hugely in favor of HellRaisers here.
Yeah, this is very nice. And a dink from Angel onto Nico, and they got a save. Just fall back, protect the ult. It's crazy a difference that, you know, playing with 5 people makes.
Yeah, it really does. 5 determined people who all are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really good opening kill, obviously. I think Snappy down at the bottom, the base of that mid ramp. That position in play hasn't really worked out for Heroic too many times when they've run it. There was that one earlier with Rubino that Angel was able to take it out, but even with Rubino kind of baiting for him,
yeah,
it didn't accomplish anything. It seemed like it was a tough angle to take that fight.
I don't really know much about the success rate of that position globally, but I have a feeling that it can be a bit of a coin flip almost, because you just don't know if, like, especially if it's two people peeking you, and one peeks wide and the other one peeks close, and you just almost have no choice.
It almost, like, the strength of it, right, is like the information you can get if you don't hear anything and you do like a pop flash into that mid room. But not even getting to that situation. So AK's bought up for HellRaisers, or rifles that they were able to salvage. Still an op and still a purchase coming out for Heroic, 8-5.
Double op.
Ooh. Now, they ran this earlier in the half, pretty early on, and the first time they had it out, it got destroyed.
Yeah.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah, that was a weird round where they, like, I feel like they didn't, it wasn't even like a real test of it. They just sort of, they couldn't make anything work. Again, a little bit frustrating for HellRaisers that they win that round, but Heroic managed to save 2 rifles, and as a result, they have a full buy in the next round. That's going to be really annoying. Continuously, the story flashback comes through, but no one there to follow it up. They do have 3 men on the plateau, so this is looking really good at the moment. Now they just need one big entry, and they should be able to make their way into the bomb site. Yugi setting up for a really high flashbang. Could have maybe tried to push it up there, but the Molotov was blocking his path, so eventually they're just all going to fall back.
Both teams just pretty much using all their utility in that early skirmish out towards B. And Nico is going to get the player advantage for Heroic. 2 flashes left on Heroic, and Dead Fox has a full set of utility, but that's it. Woxic has 1 Molotov. Angel's been over at A pretty much alone for the majority of this time, and he's making his way up long A. He could have a duel with Rubino. This has been an epic clash in this map.
Yeah, I feel like Rubino's been in a pretty good position. He can see the shadow, and actually, I think Rubino played that perfectly. He didn't actually wait. He went for the engagement as soon as he saw the shadow, which I think is actually what you want to do. He just got completely destroyed by Angel. And another headshot coming in. Angel opening up the bomb site. This is just absolutely beautiful, even on 11 health. Modi at the cross, and he's going to win that fight against Dead Fox. Got to be careful they don't line up, but even at that, they do make it through. This is a huge turnaround for HellRaisers. Very good job from Angel.
Yeah, that early fight, obviously, the swing out onto Snappy, who might have been overextended in that position. It was all down to timing of whether he was looking over towards those A-hulls or down towards mid. He gets picked off. I think he's in that position because he doesn't really want to get Molotoved. Regardless, Yugi and Nico never really had faith that they would make this retake happen. They were in B bomb site, maybe just didn't have faith that the bomb was actually going to go towards the A site. So it's going to be 8-6, one last round. And again, 2 saved rifles is going to allow Heroic to have a decent buy into the next one. So Yugi will be able to drop an M4 over to a teammate and keep that up. But should be an easier round for HellRaisers.
Yeah, you'd have to assume that they are going to be having a better time here. It's one of those rounds where, you know, like I feel like every time we say that, they find a way to lose it anyway, which is
find a way to lose.
Just upsetting. I mean, if not for Angel, that round wouldn't have been anywhere near close. So just the fact that Nico gets the early engagement and wins that fight over at the plateau, that gives so much of the game away.
Yeah, and that fight, you got to feel bad for Rubino. Gets the initial dink. That's the eternal struggle of the M4 versus the AKs, and it just exemplified in that one fight right there. Gets the dink, can't complete, and that allows Angel to kind of swing out and find a second.
Yeah, and I think it's worth highlighting the difference if you're standing in a corner like that from, because he sees the shadow, and at that point he can either wait and just sort of stay in the corner forever and just, you know, click the mouse when he feels like it's time. But he actually went for the one where he sort of strafes into the engagement. And I much prefer that. I think when people sort of wait in corners like that, there's always a pretty big chance that they're going to get edged by the AK. Like people just sort of shoot them halfway through the wall, and it doesn't really work out. So I think Rubino did it perfectly, but it was
unfortunate, isn't it?
Angel was having a round.
Yeah, he was. He's had a couple of those in this game, despite some of the struggles we've seen of the style come out. Yugi with the AWP. They have an M4 on Snappy, AK on Nico, so they've scraped together what they can, some pistols elsewhere. And Yugi's actually going to push up. It's been a while since they've taken that kind of aggression towards long A, and Angel is sure to Molotov it out before he peaks, so he takes a bit of fire damage out there, down to 68.
Yeah, trying for it. It looked like they wanted to go for the boost and drop again, but they sort of cancelled it in the middle of everything, so not sure why that was exactly. Rubino going to be playing close, and he's got Yugi behind him, so Yeah, this is hard. If they try and come through now in the middle, what do? Do you try and fight the AWP and then ignore the deagle, or the other way around? I mean, that requires some pretty good grenades. And actually, there's 3 people here. Snappy goes down. Rubino in the middle of the smoke. And Yugi was out of position, and he's in so much trouble now. Backup needs to be there quick. He's going to get a kill with the deagle somehow. And he's looking for a bit more. He knows they're pretty much everywhere. There's a headshot on Woxic. The bomb is down. And HS will finally get him down. But that was a great effort coming out from Yugi. No bomb plant happening yet. It's 45 seconds here. Dead Fox and HS here, the 15th round. Absolute must win. They're already really far behind here at the first half. And Nico and Modi realize now, there's no bomb plant yet. Somehow Nico's allowed to get out from behind the truck, and now they've got a pretty good position. The bomb has finally been planted, and Spray coming in. HS winning the fight. And there's going to be the final kill. Modi goes down. HellRaisers managed to win the 2 versus 2 for an 8-7 finish.
Yeah, that's a really good half, all things considered. I mean, that was, what, 5-0 at one point, and the HellRaisers able to bring it back with some traded rounds, eventually getting the advantages. And Heroic maybe letting some down. They really struggled to hold that A bomb site towards the end of it. You know, a lot of those attacks coming up that mid-ramp, really effective for HellRaisers. As they get their 7th. Good half from Angel. He had some huge impact. Only 11 kills, but leading the way. Nico had a good game. I mean, again, he put up a good CT side on Train as well, but I think the problem with it was towards the later stage, as I just said, that A hit started to be so successful, they started just going away from Nico, just naturally because they're having success on the other side of the map. So he was having a really tough time getting involved in some of those rounds when he's at a disadvantage, trying to retake the A bomb site, trying to come through some of those choke points.
Yeah, and if you're the plateau player, I mean, you can't be too overzealous and rotating to A, because it's possible that someone's going to be lurking around to try and catch you either from drop or from plateau itself. So you sort of have to be a little bit conservative in playing that position almost. Yeah, Woxic, I think, having another good game, as we kind of do expect. And now second half here coming up, 8-7, slightly favoring Heroic, but this pistol round could be a big changer.
Obviously, HellRaisers would love to take it away. You give both pistol rounds over to Heroic, and it's not an easy thing to recover from. Dead Fox is getting good information. He's pushed out towards long, much like Heroic was on their CT pistol, but drop's already been taken by Heroic, and they're going to keep pressing the issue. There's an off angle from Bondic, and Madi can't even respond. Nico's going to be the next one up, and that's a huge kill towards the A bomb site. They can now split in, and they know exactly where Dead Fox is. Snappy's going to continue watching the flank and connector, trying to hold them at bay, but he can't do it. Angel with another big kill.
Oh, and following it up, taking down Nico. That's one hell of a headshot. So the bomb is planted, sure, but 2 versus 3, and they're in a really awkward position. Yugi's gone down, and Rubino's completely surrounded. Yeah, he was never going to make it out of that one. Angel's really doing a fine job at the moment.
Yeah.
You have to just appreciate that. It's going to tie up the scoreline at 8-8, and now they're in a position to maybe push it to a third map if they can get up and running here. It's not easy on the CT side, but I feel like they've laid the groundwork.
I think that retake was very, I don't know if weird's the right word, but I think Heroic was just caught off guard by so many players coming from the flank, because it was only Angel and Connector, and you could see Heroic was trying to push back towards the A-Halls, trying to push back towards T-Mid. Like, you can see Rubino and Nico there on the screen, and they're both just kind of stuck in the open. Obviously, that's a very nice shot from Angel, but you're kind of stuck in no man's land, aren't you, at that point? Not able to fully make it back to safety to the cover that you wanted to get to. And instead of waiting and buying in the next round of the AKs, it's actually investment here. 2 UMPs, Deagle, 2 CZs.
Put a little bit of effort into it. Annoying grenade landing at the back of Modi's head. They're going to make the double drop down straight through, and Bondic ready to pick them up. That includes the bomb, by the way. And that's the round done.
Yeah, it's over, isn't it? Right there.
There's not much left after that. Yugi, I think, spotting Dead Fox through the smoke, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Just a question of how he dies, Moses.
Maybe everyone chasing down with the knife?
I would love that. I think that would be sending a strong message. Ooh. Oh, but it's gonna take at least one person with him.
Yeah, that was very nice. That was a good shot. 4 kills for Bondic, though, all with the UMP. Plenty of money. And it doesn't get much better than that, than they're just building up this huge bank in the second round. I'm very easy to be critical, obviously, at this point, but I don't know if you get the plan. I don't know if I like the second round buy rather than the third round with AKs. If you're going to buy early, why not go for the rifles?
Yeah, I have to agree. Maybe they, I mean, it's probably one of those things where it felt really good when they sort of, you know, they brought it up and they were like, yeah.
Yeah, that strat does work a lot.
Yeah, if we break them now, then they're never going to recover. And if we don't, oh, that's right. Then, you know, they get a couple of free rounds. Trying to get down, drop, and Bondic again playing this window. I mean, this is such a powerful position. People try and deal with it sometimes by boosting on top to sort of get a better angle, but regardless, it is pretty good. And Bondic's feeling incredibly hungry at the moment, getting another kill in there, making it a triple before he goes down. Snappy and Nico surely not going to have much firepower in them left in this round. It's just Glocks that they currently have picked up. So HellRaisers about to be up 2 rounds. It is early on. Oh, he picks up the M4.
Well, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go in chasing like that. You've actually given this a little bit more of a chance, especially considering Dead Fox is at 18 HP. One mistake, one overextension from him, and he's gone with 1 bullet. So with the M4 in Snappy's hands, things are doable. Snappy looking for information, jumping back and forth. He's actually gone and salvaged a rifle over to his teammate. Oh, and the aim punch. That looked like it was going to be good. It looked like he was going to land the headshot, but Angel, he's going to clean this round out. He's playing very, very well.
Yeah, he's having a real game right now. 15 kills on him, 17 on Bondic. So those two are just combining for a pretty good effect at the moment. And it's time to see what Heroic can do. I mean, I feel like they are going to be pretty good here on this side. They have some players that are going to be good at entering. I think Modi's one of them. I think Rubino's another one that you can sort of just launch into a bomb site and they'll make some stuff work. And then to close out the rounds, you have the rest of them.
I mean, Rubino's just so reliable in the sense that you know he's going to do, you know, the team play. He's going to do whatever's needed of him to help his other teammates out. So
yeah, he's a selfless player in that sense.
He really is. Well, to start things out, the AWP in Walk 6 hands are going to be over towards A-Halls. Dead Fox going to be doubled up with him, so no eyes on mid at the moment. And Heroic just causing some noise, causing a ruckus over towards the B-Halls. Smoke is out.
That setup over at Long is really interesting. I think if they go there, they're going to see Walk 6 first, and they're going to be distracted by the AWP, and then Dead Fox is going to be hiding in the corner. So
look at this boost. That's nice.
Just the old Virtus Pro.
Is that what it is?
I don't know. I've seen them do it a lot, so I just always think of them whenever I see it come out.
Okay.
It is pretty cool. Looking over the smoke to find the early kill, and now just a moment of hesitation here for HellRaisers. They've really got to win this round. Again, this is huge. The first real test, first rifle round being picked up here for Heroic. So if they can win it, they're going to be well on their way to get right back in the game. That AWP on Dead Fox, where is he going to be able to put it right now? He's all the way on the other side, so this is not the correct position for it at the moment. Modi down and drop, and HS is going to be in some trouble. That's a really good grenade, though. That smoke is going to buy some time. They still need to worry about the plateau. There's Modi going down. 23 seconds, a headshot on HS. Rubino to open it up, and Snappy, easy enough kill on Angel. It's all falling apart here, and Dead Fox has to just escape.
That's a great round. I think HellRaisers cracked under the pressure. Some of the positioning in that B bomb site. No one was actually guarding platform, which is fine in a way, I guess. But you have to have some kind of defense mounted there, some kind of player that prevents Heroic from swinging out wide. They wanted to focus on drop, but when they smoke it off, no one's coming through that. So they just allowed so much ground towards the B platform. There's Snappy to end things. Nice shot. And I mean, it all starts with that boost over the smoke in mid because Angel had to rotate over. So they lose a critical piece of the puzzle of that B defense.
Very frustrating. HellRaisers now with no real money. Woxic could maybe pick up a rifle, but the rest definitely can't. So instead, he's going to go for the C-set 75. I feel like HellRaisers have just been here so many times in this game. It's like every time we have liftoff, Moses, the whole rocket just explodes.
It's too soon.
Listen, the last launch was great.
Yeah.
Did you watch that live?
Not live.
I did. It was amazing. Had a great time.
I have been listening to David Bowie though.
All right.
So I've made up for it.
Yeah. Can accept that.
Pretty standard default here from Heroic. Yugi far back. Not really a whole lot that HellRaisers can fight with, so it should be. I mean, barring any craziness, we should get towards 10-10. We should have a pretty back and forth affair down the stretch of this game, which is very cool.
Yeah, and I mean the only issue is it's just the money for HellRaisers that really worries me. It's the fact that they just might not have the funds to keep fighting forever. there are going to be some of those critical rounds that they just must win. And
Yeah.
and historically speaking, across these two games, if that's considered history, they haven't. They just haven't really been able to win many of them.
Yeah, next round will be. I would be surprised if we didn't see a timeout of the HellRaisers in the next round. Ooh, that's a big kill to get away. Woxic spotting that information. Actually, this is dangerous for Oak. They have 2 players split up, and they have 3 players attacking B. Thankfully, Rubino's getting a couple kills, and if they had gone down there, there's no way to really recover. Angel, he's really letting his teammate die.
Well, he's obviously getting in for the late game here, hoping to kill the guy planting the bomb or pick up an AK-47 or something really fast. He's just following them along, and you have to love it, you know?
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't think HS likes it so much.
I think it's still worth it, you know? You just have to say, listen, just buy time. There was 20 seconds on the clock, and that was if only there had been like 5 seconds, you know.
He should have gone for the knife. He's going to have a buy here of an M4 and armor and no utility. I mean, that would have been the play. You get that extra $1,500, all of a sudden you got some nades.
I still appreciate it. I think it was worth it. Moses, if it were you and I in that 2v2, I would sacrifice you every single time to try and be the hero.
I believe that, actually. I really do believe that.
Like, Anders,
please. Well, good positioning from Rubino. Oh, that's a nice pop flash. He's going to clear out HS. That is a good play. Trying to combine with the drop in the attack out the drop zone, but it's not working. It's into a 2-on-2. Yugi's now got a great angle, and Angel and Nico are brought so low. Is Yugi going to be aware that the flank is coming in as well?
It's a really quick flank, so they might not get the timing down just right. Dead Fox has got the angle, but Yugi, he picks that corner right at the perfect timing, and now Angel out in the open. He's 1 bullet away from death. This is definitely really uncomfortable. Flashbang right in his eyes, and he's going to have to move quick, otherwise this is not going to work out. He's going to need a little bit of time to actually force the fight anyway against the guy on Plateau. So first up, needs the kill on Nico. So far, not able to connect, and he's going to go down to Yugi. It looked like they had it. That was a 2v3, and they just couldn't really turn it around.
No, that was tough. I really like that play from Rubino, though. That's really good timing on that. Just a simple pop flash through, and HS catches it full in the face. That's really tough. That's frustrating to deal with. And as you kind of talked about, HellRaisers with their money situation down the stretch is going to be the thing to keep our eye on, because now they're back onto pistols. Yugi, great with the op. When you get one of those late round situations, like 2-on-2s, 3-on-3s at that B bomb site, and there's an opper for the T side on Plateau with like full freedom, that's when things get so tough. This is going to be cool, though. There's a pop flash on HS. Here it comes. We'll see how effective it is. There's the shot from Yugi. He gets one. He's able to get into cover. Snappy's here to bail him out. So is Nico. And you could see the idea was very cool, but Heroic managed it nicely. I don't think that flashbang was as effective as they wanted it to be.
No, but I'll still give them credit for it. I much prefer that sort of round from the one where you just sort of spread yourselves thinly and you just slowly get picked off and it takes an hour out for the round to end. Like, I think that's, you know, at least then get a chance.
Hour.
Yeah, they couldn't have known that there were going to be that many people there. What if it's just Yugi alone? Like, that could easily happen.
Yeah.
You run him down, pick up the AWP, and you've got something going. So yeah, I still think they deserve some credit for even attempting it. Not enough people really do that. 12-10, 2-round lead for Heroic all of a sudden. It was a 2-round lead for HellRaisers not that long ago, but there's Woxic picking up one. Leg shot comes in, and yeah, he's definitely going to be doing a good job falling back. Don't want to really press the issue too much here, and Heroic, they're still kind of... They were sort of committing to it. Now they've slowed down.
Hard part is Nico is so close with the bomb. They tried to find that timing. They tried to find that one sweet spot round where you can just head up towards the A bomb site, right up the A ramp, and catch maybe just one player at A, perhaps playing in the A halls, and you already get into the bomb site before the rotation come in. It obviously failed in a big way. Good kill from Woxic. Good damage onto Madi and Nico as well. So with the rotating back towards B, a lot depends on this Dead Fox versus Madi battle. That would be huge if Dead Fox keeps pushing.
Yeah, that could turn it around. Maybe draw somebody out of the B bomb site. Would be interesting. HS and Angel, understandably so, playing very defensively. Going to put up a bit of a grenade, maybe. Trying for another one. I think still have a couple left to try and put some damage into them, but they are running out of smokes. Angel winning the fight against Snappy, and 3 versus 5. You wonder now, what are they going to do, Heroic? Are they really going to try and fight for this?
I think you do. Like, why I know Madi's
wow.
low, but they have so much money. Like, at this point, even if they win, or like, they're probably going to lose. Nico and Yugi backing off, but I almost don't like this. I would like to see Nico and Madi go for kills, even despite the HP. Just try and take weapons away, because you have, you know, Nico's at 11,000, Yugi's at 9,000, and then you have Madi and Snappy that are just below 6,000. So you've got plenty of cash in the bank. And if you can lean on this money, this economy for HellRaisers, and really break it here at this stage in the game, you just kind of win.
Yeah, I didn't even realize they had that big of a bank.
Yeah.
That really makes a tremendous difference. Upside for HellRaisers, they win the round having every single person stay alive. So that's something that I don't think they've really even maybe done that so far in the
Series overall.
Yeah, in the series overall. So that's obviously something that's going to boost their confidence a little bit. Just winning some good fights, and you see Woxic sort of, he gets the first kill, gets a leg shot, and then he realizes, if I stay here and fight, I probably get one more kill, but if I miss just a couple of shots, then maybe I go down and the bomb site folds. So it's just playing it really safely. It's the small details, right? But we're talking about him as a player overall, and obviously that no one can doubt his mechanical skills, but you want to see the decision-making too, and I kind of like that. So it's a good job, even though it wasn't the most flashy round. Just the little details. 12-11 though, and the 24th round, it's a much closer game, this one, than it was on Train.
Yeah, and part of that is because HellRaisers actually converted the rounds that they needed to, I mean, make sure they have their own economy, that they reset Heroic as well. So this has been much, much better from them. Unfortunate to a degree, I guess, if you're a HellRaisers fan. They're still playing from behind despite the improved play. We'll see what happens next. I like that Heroic at least tested that timing, though, at mid-ramp. It's a shame it failed so spectacularly, but it is good to see them switch things up and change the pace and try and find a clever way to get into that bomb site. Once again, spread out. The AWP on Woxic going to take control of B platform for the defense. Yugi has his out towards the A bomb site, just watching for any long A presence from CT side.
So scary if you're Dead Fox playing that position alone over at long right now. Especially because he was sort of pushed into danger, which means he's got so many angles to cover. They are on the other side, so maybe Dead Fox will get some sort of battle going. If he loses that, again, the defense becomes so thin all across the map, so I am worried. Now Angel is at least sort of showing up to help him out, but yeah, this is a little bit scary. Another boost coming in.
Yeah, they're being aggressive in towards that mid. It seems like Dead Fox and Angel want to find a way to double up when they come through those double doors from Danger and the connector, but they can get isolated. But they're doing this kind of aggression. Now with HS here, some smokes are out. They have the confidence because Woxic has the angle at long B, but Snappy now is really going to be pressuring. He's going to be applying a lot of effort, and there it is, right? The spam through the door. Snappy can't convert, but Nico's still doing some damage. Angel's been brought down to 12, so that play, that aggressive defense towards A has not gone well. And Yugi onto HS finds one. That was a peek out towards long.
How do you account for that kind of a shot going through the smoke? I mean, that's just incredible, isn't it? Rubino does go down. That was Woxic with the AWP over on that side. Modi walking right into it and even jumping, so Bondik's going to take that kill every single day. And just like that, HellRaisers might be in a position to win it anyway. Angel, the back of the bomb site, very low on health, so he needs some backup here, and he's actually going to push forward to get that kill against Yugi, and just like that, the round has been won. Double kill for Angel and Bondik, and they tie up the scoreline at 12-12. So that round almost looked like Heroic were suffering from just indecision. You know, they had the kills, they just didn't really do anything with it.
And they gave up a lot of the advantages that they found by just the individual fights. The one player out towards long, one player out towards B, gets picked off by Woxic. Madi down in drop zone, he had control, was trying to cut off rotations, but actually it seemed like he was trying to get a little too greedy with it and was immediately making that play to jump through the window and flank, just because I think the time was running so low. So that's where that indecision really hurt him there. Normally you'd want to see him like peeking out the window and actually getting a kill as someone was moving, but he wanted to gain the ground and the map control. 12-12. Huge buy, and it's a testament to Heroic's economy that they had built up so powerfully. They're able to buy through a lot of these losses as the losing bonus builds up. Yeah,
that's another kind of buffer, I suppose you could say.
Yeah.
That they're really enjoying right now. Trying to see if they can get down out of this window. They haven't really been able to yet, but now they're going to double grenade Bondik, and that is absolutely a play that's made off all of the other rounds where they lost to that position. Double grenade it down, make the jump up. Modi's going to win that fight. And now it's a lot of trouble here. Woxic knows if he gets close with that AWP, it could get really bad. But on the other hand, if they don't do anything, it's 2 versus 5 in this bomb site. And that might not work out so well. Angel going to be going down now, all on HS. Up on the plateau, ready and waiting. The bomb has been dropped for the moment, but Woxic goes down. And this is looking very bad indeed. HS gets the kill, but it's still a 1 versus 2. And Dead Fox, they've got 35 seconds. They're going to go for a boost. He actually reads this very well. Sees the angle coming. Goes for the shot, but Rubino's just a bit too quick. And the Norwegian player going to be able to take down Dead Fox. That's 13-12. And the money, again, questionable at best for HellRaisers.
I love that round from HellRaisers. The double nade out the window. Madi jumping up as the nades explode as well.
Yeah.
Getting that kill onto Bondik. And then he just sits and uses all his utility in connector. The smoke. And he just gets in a position where he's cut the bombs. He's split the map in half. There's 2 defenders at A. There's 2 defenders at B. And from there, if you're heroic, you can be very cautious and very patient with how you attack the bomb site because you just want continuous pressure. You don't really need to like execute and full-blown attack the bomb site, especially because HellRaisers had their smokes and the choke points. But the fact that there was always a presence there is just forcing players into really awkward fights because you're feeling very isolated as those 2 players. And you know you have 2 different choke points to bother with.
You couldn't just tell that as soon as Woxic couldn't reconnect with the rest of them, like that was going to be so rough.
And you knew also he was feeling the pressure of needing to get over there because he does eventually die before everyone else and that before the 2 B defenders because he was actually just trying to make it in and Madi's just played that too well.
Yeah, definitely did. Timeout has been cancelled. Scoreline 13-12. They do buy into this round, so that's HellRaisers. I think giving us a clue as to their mental state at the moment, sort of saying we need to show a little bit of flex here. If we can win this round, then we've got a chance for a 3rd map. If we can't, then maybe it wasn't meant to be. Because if they lose now, then probably Heroic jump from 13 to 15, and it gets a little bit spicy after that. See what happens. Snappy. Try and flash his way in. A little bit of a Molotov to just buy some time. And not sure what they're doing now. Yeah, just probably time to fall back, isn't it? They just have so little utility, even at this point.
Yeah, they have nothing to really use, do they? They have to rely on Woxic. And again, they're using this AWP, this like sole AWP in position at the B platform to just basically say, we want you here to get an early spot, to have a long range, just so we can be able to stack the A site. It's a lot of faith in him. He's actually done well in this position. He's got a couple kills from it in the past.
Yeah, I think this makes absolutely perfect sense. The problem is, obviously, if they get some good grenades in against him, then all of that AWPing, power might not be usable anymore. Well,
the problem as well is Bondik is the one protecting drop, and he only has a CZ. So if he goes down or if he just can't handle it, and there goes Woxic, and now the round is basically over. You have to save. If you're Angel and HS with those M4s, you don't even go towards the B bomb site unless Bondik does something incredible, but there's no winning this round, I don't think. Angel coming through now. Yeah, see, he just calls it off right when Bondik dies. So bomb's going to get planted. It'll be 14-12. And again, there's still, I know it's like a dead record that we sound like, but there's no money on a HellRaiser, so they need these M4s into the next round.
And it was unfortunate for Woxic. I mean, he was covering plateau and drop because obviously Bondik was holding the other side. So he sort of had to take a look at drop every once in a while.
And the communication that comes down from Bondik is, oh, smoke window, I can't see anything. Oh, I hear footsteps, Madi's in drop room. And so if you're Yugi, you're stuck behind, or I mean, if you're Woxic, you're stuck behind that box, and you can get picked off from 2 different angles. Yeah,
so as soon as he peeks away, Yugi takes the position, really good timing on that, and then he sort of peeks back into it. Just unfortunate. 14-12, though. And now Heroic 2 rounds away from taking the series in 2-0. That must feel pretty good for them.
Yeah, and they've earned it. I mean, Train was very solid for them, and this T side, they've been tested here, and they've kind of dropped the ball a couple times, but they've had some very cool adaptations. If you look back towards that double nade out drop zone, I thought was very, very nice. And now these later stages really exploiting the economy of HellRaisers. So a lot of this is it's been some cool stuff from Heroic. One last tactical timeout, perhaps, for HellRaisers as they try and figure out exactly what they want to do into this round. They have the 2 saved M4s. I guess the decision you have to make if you're HellRaisers is, do you upgrade the pistols behind this? Do you get the armor and pistols? Do you do a full-blown force buy with Bondik, Dead Fox, and Woxic? That's getting difficult to say for some reason after so much time. Or do you just save this and trust the fact that you can win 3 straight?
Yeah, I would go for that. I think if it was any other map, I would say, sure, upgrade the pistols and you know, but then...
Not so much on Cobble?
Yeah, the problem is, I think, when you're upgrading those pistols, all you're doing anyway is just saying, I'm still just going to stand and hold a position. Like, there's almost no chance that I could... Maybe you could go for the counter boost like Modi did a couple of times, but like there are just limited options in that sense. So you are still just going to be holding an angle just with a worse gun. And even with the M4s, it's not easy.
All right, both rifles on B platform this time. So they really want to take a fight there.
Maybe hoping that Heroic were going to go for a rush. I mean, that could have been interesting, right?
I think the tough part about that... Oh, look at Angel. Maybe it's because they wanted to get aggressive.
I love this.
This is how you get the advantage. Yeah, limited options to be aggressive from the CT side, but this is one of them. Angel, we've seen him take plenty of risks this game. He's going to do it again. Nico and Madi lining up to take control of drop.
I'm a big fan of this play. It's a hard decision to make, but definitely a big fan of it. Snappy going to win that fight against Dead Fox. That makes it much harder to stay over here on the B side. They're hearing some people in drop, but in fact it's going to be an A crunch, which means Woxic, the one guy with the USP, oh no. I mean, he's been very good, but I just don't see him winning this one.
Bold prediction from Anders.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, but this, I mean, HellRaisers with the 2 M4s over at B, they essentially are just saying, again, save it. Angel's going to try and get a flank in, which is very risky. I mean, I kind of understand it because if this works and they win this round, that's huge. But if they, oh my god, they actually get 2 kills from the M4s. So Angel and HS have forgot here, and all of a sudden, they're going to continue to go for this. Big implications, and another one from Angel. He's done it. He's given them the opportunity.
This is absolutely mental. They did also spend a whole hour just trying to kill Woxic, even though he only had the USP, and they used 2 Molotovs to do it as well. Nico going to get taken down from HS and Snappy inside of the smoke, and somehow HellRaisers win the round. Oof, I don't know what to say. That's so ridiculous. Like, they knew where he was. They were chasing him down. They're coming from 2 different angles. They used 2 Molotovs to burn him out. And he stayed alive for like way longer.
Yeah, I mean, remember we saw this on Train as well, where they kind of outthought themselves with one of those fakes, and here it just seemed like they're being too cerebral. It's just like at a certain point, just use the brute force, right? Like, you know, he's only got a USP, just keep pushing. And obviously, you're worried if you're Heroic that there is a crossfire set up somewhere or someone hiding, but played it too cautiously, and that allows so much, but it does go back. Fair play to HellRaisers. It does go back to that decision from Angel to push up halfway through that B with the cover of HS.
What's the money like for Heroic? That's what I'm wondering, because I think that's going to decide whether or not... it's not that good, actually, so they can make this happen. Rush straight into the B bomb site. HS gets 1, tries for the transfer, but Modi with a double kill, even though he's low on health. That is a really big opening. Angel has to come up with something big here behind the statue. He's already been spotted out, and when he goes for the repeat, Nico's going to take his head off. And Rubino instantly taking 1 down. So Woxic, what can he do at this point in time? Is he going to try and be the hero? 1 versus 3. If anyone could do it, it probably would be him right now. Bomb is going to be planted any second now. AWP close range, taking down Yugi. That's such a nice shot. But he can't miss a single one now. He has to hit every single shot. He's backtracking with his back turn, actually. This is outrageous, and he's going to go down. Triple kill for Modi. That's round number 15. And HellRaisers, once again, Moses just... I mean, I can't believe we're saying it all the time, but...
It's been hamstrung, hasn't it?
It's such a rough turn of events.
I actually thought he was going to do that. I'm not going to lie to you. The problem was that kill he gets on the jumping player, he thinks that's the planner. That's why he's kind of walking backwards while scoped in. He thinks he got the planner, got the only player in the site, and he's thinking there's going to be one, you know, trying to wrap around that big tree, and then one over towards the B platform.
Yeah. So, I mean, in that sense, I think you're absolutely right. And it was smart for him to do that, but then... definitely played it well. He just hadn't... There's no way that he could have known.
Played it well for the incorrect assumption.
Yes, back to the assumptions.
Yep. But, I mean, that's the only way to win those 1v3s. You always, if as a player, when you're in that situation, you always make an assumption somewhere, you know, and it's just unfortunate it doesn't work out for him that time. 15-13, Heroic with the B-rush.
Yeah, I actually think that's... I mean, it's not a topic for right now, maybe, but making those assumptions is actually part of what's going to bring you from playing sort of, you know, a decent level to a really good level. Yeah. You have to, and you've got to commit to the assumption as well to say, well, I think I know how this is. I think I know what the map looks like on the other side of this wall, and I'm just going to play like that's how it is. And when it is, it works, you know. So there's definitely something to think about there. Tragically for HellRaisers, they really don't have a lot of good equipment here, but it's not impossible. And if they win this round, I mean, they're right on the edge of overtime. It's absolutely doable. They just have had some... Yeah, it's been a rough game. Really, really rough. I think they've won like at the most two or three rounds in a row throughout most of this map. Like they haven't had those really big streaks where you really build a big bank. And some of those rounds even have been close, so not at all easy. Angel again with the aggression over by the B hallway, and I still love it. I still think this is a great idea. Comes with a bit of risk, obviously. But
it worked last time. Might as well go for it again. See what happens. The exact same setup with Angel and HS there. Dead Fox and Woxic over towards A. Woxic actually going to cheat. Madi's done a very good job at this drop, and you can see Woxic and Bondic both paying attention to it. Just the success he's had previously has attracted a lot of attention to it. And Dead Fox here all alone. And if that smoke clears at the wrong moment, he just straight up dies. And now he does get the 1 kill with the Famas. They need to trade him off. Mac-10 can't do it. Yugi with the AWP can't do it. And all of a sudden, this is looking like it's going to be 15-14. Somehow, Heroic has let this one slip away.
Yeah, his position just not really allowing for any easy refrags. So pretty good job, I would say. Bondic and Dead Fox for the last on the quad there, taking no damage at all. That was just very well done. The way that he was positioned meant they had to swing really wide to try and get the refrag, and he was just exploiting that really well. And the fact that the third player there had the AWP means it was a nice little bonus.
It's pretty much impossible to trade at that point.
15-14, and moving into the 30th round. All the rounds, Moses.
All the rounds. And again, a situation where, I mean, HellRaisers put themselves in position to actually force this into overtime. But no matter how bad things have gotten, they always find a way to stay competitive without fully getting over the hump and just straight up winning the game. So this time it's going to be Heroic who's put on the back foot. Madi's going to be buying up a CZ. They are going to have at least 3 AK-47s. Nico still yet to decide, going to go for the UMP, but I can't believe they won that round, Anders.
No, it's crazy. I mean,
he was the only one there.
Yeah, he really was. So if he doesn't do that, then that might be game. We'll see what kind of call Heroic want to make. They've been a little bit slow in some of these rounds. I would imagine in the 30th round, it's kind of scary to call like a rush, you know? You don't want to go into overtime having sort of like just thrown it away. It looks like they're going to be, yeah, a bit slower as well. Pretty common setup right now. Four tilted towards the B bomb side. Woxic, the one playing dynamically, can easily rotate back, and with that AWP, I feel like that's still the ace up the sleeve here for HellRaisers.
Yeah, that's although they're changing how it's being used, right?
Oh my God.
Lord Almighty. I mean, remember, they used to put Woxic over towards that B platform, and they just let him sit there, right? And just he's got that area pinned off, and everyone else rotates back towards A. They've changed it up. They've had Angel and HS taking that duty from here on out, and Woxic now has the op over towards A, and he's kind of playing rotate, which has almost quieted him down just a bit. Dead Fox going to be at the base of mid. Heroic haven't decided where they want to go quite yet. This time they're not going to have Madi taking control of drop, so there's a change. And HS again is pushed up and aggressive towards B, so could have a quick flank. This is huge. Flashbang is out. They do check the corner. Snappy, he checked it, but he didn't quite see it. Double kill, almost a triple for Dead. That is massive. That cannot happen. It did seem like he looked over and might have seen it, but just Woxic in the sight. He's got to be a hero here. Getting aggressive, trying to find one. They're not looking. He's blind now. And here's the take.
He's in so much trouble. Backup is not quite there. HS needs to get in quick. He's got 1 kill, but he's going to get taken down. HS coming in for the refrag. Leaving it at 15 seconds now at a 1 versus 1. The bomb is all the way out there. Modi going to pick it up. And HS, he's coming out at that angle. Modi going to go straight for the plant. And HS is almost there at the perfect time. Modi, not mid-cry, realizing, goes for the spray. He misses the chance the first time around. And he's very low on health. 1 more bullet. And that will be overtime. HS going to fall back and try and reposition himself. And Modi sneaking inside of the smoke. Is he visible from this angle? It doesn't really seem like it. Hiding by the cannons. It's actually going to be very hard for HS to guess where this is. The grenade, the Molotov, is it going to go the wrong way? It doesn't quite reach Modi yet. If it had, that would be the game right away. But that might give him some false information. HS now circling wide. Not seeing it yet. He's still going to pick it up. And will he have the time? He does have the kit picked up, and you can see the celebration as we move into overtime here between HellRaisers and Heroic. That was the price you pay for not checking that corner, or at least not checking it all the way.
I don't understand. I thought he saw it. It looks pretty blatant on our screen, at least. Obviously, you know, in the heat of the moment, doesn't see it. I think he was also distracted, perhaps, by the player up at the top of the ramp. So great comeback and great job by HellRaisers forcing overtime. Dead Fox those last 2 rounds, I think, what, 6 kills in the past 2 rounds?
Yeah.
So, I mean, talk about a huge performance from him. What a shame for Heroic. They've actually done a very good job. Yeah, that's so quick, and I think it's just because of that peek from Woxic.
That's the kind of scenario where you want each player to have, you know, a position that they have to sort of like, you know, you do that, and then somebody else is covering Woxic's position and all the rest of it. Like, Snappy obviously is supposed to be the guy who's being covered by somebody else so that he takes care of that. Because the flashbang was perfect, you know. So it would have been an easy kill, and then that probably would have been the series right then and there. Now...
Another situation, though, I will say down the stretch in this game, Heroic has been much more hesitant to like take bomb sites. Did you notice that at the end as well? When they were like wrapping around the bomb site, Woxic was in there with the AWP, and everyone was kind of going around. No one was actually getting into the site. And maybe it was a good thing since Woxic was prepared for it with the AWP, but I mean, he had plenty of time to kind of readjust and reposition, which is pretty worrying.
And I think that's probably the power of having someone like him. Like, I think if it was maybe a less capable AWP player, maybe you do just try and fight for it, but you can sort of tell that they have enough respect or maybe fear for him that they kind of want to sort of, you know, make sure they clear out everything else and then, you know, put 3 men on him all at the same time. So that does give him more space to work with. Might make him more dangerous. It's hard to tell. So just get people getting a little bit to drink. I think I saw someone even stand up for the HellRaisers side. Hopefully they're going to come back pretty soon and get
bathroom break.
Overtime. Yeah, bathroom break.
Yeah.
Not for us, Moses.
No.
We're locked in. They don't open the doors until the round is over. It's true. People don't know that, but...
Yeah, that's the rule. And obviously talking some things over before overtime gets started, figuring out exactly where they want to go, using the bathroom break to get some strategies planned.
Yeah, this is... I feel like it's already kind of tricky to try and summarize 30 rounds and try and figure out, like, you know, what actually worked. Can anyone remember? What were the things that worked? And then you have to go into overtime and try and, like, distill all of it out into like a couple of rounds that really need to work. It's not easy. Well,
if you're HellRaisers as well, you're going to be happy because a lot of your problems. Remember, we talked so much about the money issues they were having down the stretch and everything, and they made it work out. But in overtime, those lessen, right?
This is more money than they've had throughout the rest of regulation, pretty much. I would say one of the big defensive situations for HellRaisers on CT side has been Bondic playing that window by drop.
Yeah,
and it seems like Heroic figured out at least one way to deal with it. So that might be worth exploiting again.
Yeah.
But we'll find out. The game has been resumed. If you are just joining us, then you're right on time. It's map number 2 of the first series of day number 2 here at the SLTV StarSeries, and there's a lot more Counter-Strike. I mean, a lot more Counter-Strike coming up today. We have 3 best of 3s.
After this one?
After this one. Well, I guess 6 if you count the B stream. So
yeah, we have a lot going on.
Yeah. Simultaneous streams going on, guys. If you haven't checked it out, you should. You can pretty much keep up with everything. I saw, is it really true Tyloo won the first map against Fnatic?
They won the second map as well.
My God.
Bloody hell.
China is here. For anyone who ever played Renegades. Command and Conquer Renegades.
Yeah.
Or no, Generals is what you call it. Why did I say that?
I don't know.
Regardless, I'm also losing my mind, Moses. It's all good.
You said that like it's in progress. It's already happened.
Yeah.
15-15. And Heroic has no one towards the A bomb site whatsoever. They look like they really want to attack B. And we saw this HellRaisers on their T side getting kind of bottlenecking themselves into a tactic early on in the round. It's happened again here.
Moses, they're enjoying the luxury so much, they've invested into the double AWP. HellRaisers, just, they can't believe it. They're just like, my God.
Surely we have to try this strategy once in 2 maps.
Yeah, we can buy 2 AWPs.
I mean, this is the funny thing is it's the one way they could actually run out of money in overtime is by buying double ops and losing.
I would have liked for one of them to go on for a neg or something, just celebrating the fact that they have money so much. There's the double grenade, so they tried exactly that. Look how smart Bondic was.
Yeah,
he saw that coming too, so that's a great way to shut it down. Now it's going to be hell for Heroic to try and get in. Definitely not easy. They need a strong opening frag there. Trying to see if they can spam down, and Woxic does go down. HS will be immediately returned on. Angel has to come up big, but he loses the fight. Rubino with a double kill. Instead, that's an absolute disaster, and now Bondic and Dead Fox, 2 versus 3. They can't lose this round. You're right, the double AWP is a really big investment. It has to work out. Bondic with a strong headshot coming in. They have the health advantage. The bomb has only just been planted. They have a little bit of time as well. Yuki pushing on close, but he's going to be forced back, and Rubino must be feeling very uncomfortable back here. pushing through the smoke, or at least shooting through, almost catching Yugi. This is a mad 2-on-2, and everything is on the line. HellRaisers, how much longer can they hold on? Rubino goes down for the smoke after getting a triple, and now Bondik, he wants to close it out, but Yugi's ready. The double up has been denied, Moses, and Heroic pick up the first round in overtime.
Holy hell, was that a battle. Rubino, 3 kills. That's huge. He was ice cold that round, low HP, finding that third player in the site. And then just sitting out in the open and finding one more when that retake comes in. I really like the play from Yugi. He was trying to get aggressive out towards drop zone through that alley once the bomb was planted, and then fell back when the fight wasn't there. He fell back through the smoke and made the jump back up onto platform. That was a big, big play. Well, HellRaisers, all of a sudden, double op setup fails. Go back to the FAMAS on Dead Fox, who had one of those AWPs. And similar tactic coming out again for Heroic.
Hello, poverty, my old friend.
Yeah, and I mean this is now the nightmare scenario, because if they lose this one, HellRaisers, they're out of cash.
Oh, there's a slightly failed grenade. Don't think it makes a big difference, but
Nico actually failed a pretty big flashbang when he was in drop zone, and he was like so distracted by his failure that he actually got killed because of it. That is a big time kill from Rubino. Nice trade. HS and Angel have really picked up the aggression levels on this B platform for the CT side.
yeah, HS not taking too much damage from that, but Modi's down in the drop, so this could be one of those situations where once they go, it gets really quick. Snappy's rotating all the way back, and Nico, they're getting paranoid about the fact that someone might be rotating behind them. You can definitely tell that the whole team is worrying. If they leave Modi here, he can listen and sort of, you know, report in how many people are rotating, what's really happening, and he can catch them if they try and go too quick. And this is going to be interesting. I like this call from Heroic, but it does come with a couple of risks. Dead Fox has been tremendous with this from us, getting a lot of double and triples, and he's going to get the one, picking it up with the bomb as well. He is just a hero in the middle.
Yeah, that's a massive double kill. Snappy, okay, make it a triple. Dead Fox is just unreal. Without him, HellRaisers would have lost this game already a long time ago.
Yeah, that's absolutely, there's no way to deny that. They even steal one of the AWPs back. They've seized the means of reduction, Moses. And
They've got it. It's back in the people's hands.
Yeah, they've overthrown.
This is just craziness, that jump through. I think, I mean, obviously, again, another one of the situation where it's easy to criticize, but if they wait for Snappy to come around down through the danger stairs to help them take that mid control,
Yeah.
that would have been massive. That's kind of what you do if you want to take that kind of mid control on T side kind of earlier in the round, right? You wait for them to take A halls and you kind of crunch into that connector.
Frustrating loss for Heroic, because they had a pretty good setup in that situation. Modi's position was just beautiful for what they were trying to do. But again, they bump into Dead Fox, and that's the end of the round. Modi jumping down, Angel with a grenade out, can't see a thing. HS, Woxic, and Bondik all combining for a great shutdown of that push. And just like that, HellRaisers are just looking like they're in a fantastic position. Snappy, 1 versus 4 here, and obviously that means HellRaisers, after this round, just need to win 2 more, and they're going to go to map number 3.
Yeah, they absolutely will. They're sitting very, very nice, which is crazy when you think of kind of the situation they were in earlier in the first half.
Oh, God.
Yeah, Snappy's found a way, and he'll get a plant, but, I mean, surely Anders.
He's got a plant and a Molotov, so...
I wonder, do they think they have the bomb down? I mean, it doesn't really matter, because I guess you can't really play this wrong in a 4-on-1 because of the fact that they're all together. So no matter what happens, they're going to be taking back the A bomb site together. So barring something mental happening.
They have 2 smokes, so there's no way that Molotov is going to be sort of stopping someone from defusing it. And as soon as they find out where he is, he's probably just going to get isolated. So even though, you know, he could try the best that he can, but it's very unlikely that he can win this kind of situation. And indeed, he's going to get taken out. I mean, where do you even stand? Like, there's no good position to stand in. So nice attempt, but ultimately, HellRaisers come out on top here, winning 2 out of 3 in the first half of overtime. That's not bad at all.
No, it's very good, in fact. That's a very good adjustment, especially with backs against the wall in that second round where they were pretty much out of money. Can't believe Dead Fox has played this well in the high-pressure moments.
Yep.
The 6 kills in the last 2 rounds of regulation were massive, including a round where he was the only defender at that A bomb site and kills 4.
And with the FAMAS of all weapons as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and he did that in the second round of OT here as well. That was
Yeah.
FAMAS, so.
Seems to be specialty.
Was it the HellRaisers guys that gave that interview a while back that said, I think pro players are just lazy when they don't want to learn how to use the FAMAS? I feel like that was a HellRaisers guy.
That could be. Maybe they're cementing that point right now.
And they're just like, told you so.
It's not that it's not for me. I mean, it's not that I don't want to learn the FAMAS. It's just that it doesn't work. Like it's
on the other hand,
like maybe mine is broken. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm seriously wondering if that's the case.
I believe it. My deagle's been broken for a while, so
There we go. Smokes raining in left and right. It looks like Nico's found like a little safe haven in the middle of all of that. Right now, Heroic really, really, really need to step it up. 3 in a row is what they need to win the map, and if not, best they can do is fight for double OT, which it becomes a bit of a grind at the end of it.
yeah, it does, especially because you've run a lot of your tactics and execute, so it just becomes that mind game of what you think is coming next. Molotov out towards the tree. Nico and Yugi here. What is the setup from Snappy and Rubino over towards the A-bomb site? I want to see what that is.
Yeah,
It seems very weird.
It does. Snappy, I can maybe understand. It looked like maybe Rubino was going to be in a bad position. There's Yugi taking down HS, so maybe not the best start in this round for HellRaisers. Now, they are trying to see if they can get up the A-ramp. Bondic has to come up really big. Rubino going to be taking him down. Dead Fox gets one, but they're not really making a breakthrough. And Snappy's realizing, yeah, there's nobody else coming from this side. So 2 versus 4. I don't think they can make this. They're too out in the open when they try and cross to the bomb site.
It's super difficult to always readjust back to that A site if you've never gained control of it earlier in the round, because it's really hard. You know, if you're coming over with 50 seconds left and you have never taken A-halls in the round, that takes so much time to clear all of that properly and like safely. Otherwise, you're taking a huge, huge risk, which is a big gamble. So nice job from Heroic. Snappy just had so much freedom. He was kind of an insurance policy at that spammable wall. He's just like, yeah, if they come up mid, it's fine, guys. Like, if you know, just don't overextend yourself. I'm still here. I got it.
27 kills on Nico and Bondic, so they're leading the scoreboard at the moment.
Both those guys did very well on train. Bondic as well had a very good train.
Yeah. It's nice to see that when players just sort of carry it over to the next map. Does not always happen. 17-17. All tied up for the scoreline here in overtime. AWP and Woxic, 1 on Yugi, obviously, for winning the round. And see what they can do, HellRaisers. Where's that special bit of information that they gleaned from all of the regulation? There must be something.
We'll see. Remember, Angel was an absolute monster. This setup is so scary to me. Angel played a really good T side of just like, I mean, he took a lot of risks, but just essentially walking out. They're almost out of nades as well. 1 minute and 15 seconds, and Dead Fox has 2 flashes and a smoke. Woxic has a smoke, and that's it. That's all they've got. So HS and Bondic are down drop, and Angel's just walking up. Oh, this could be so big towards the A-bomb site. This would be a huge kill. Him and Rubino again. This battle, and it's going to go towards Angel again. Snappy's still here, though, but they're already making progress. Madi's rotating over. Snappy needs one more. The shadow shows, and there it is. The defense is held strong. Woxic is forced back. No HP for him, and he's about to be smoked off.
Really smart from Snappy, not really peeking that angle at all, just not giving it to him. There was a minimal chance that he could get that shot, but anyway, there's no point in really trying. Even though Rubino got completely blasted right in the beginning, it worked out anyway. The setup did sort of prove to be effective in that sense, and the fact that they got Angel killed a little bit later, not bad at all. Woxic going to be going down to Nico. Pretty much expected. Triple kill for him in the round. 18-17, and just like that, it's back to disaster. No bomb plants. HellRaisers in a tough position. And
it's not too frequently that you see the T side run out of money in overtime, but they've kind of done it. This is going to be whatever they can scrap together. 18-17 Heroic.
If anyone were going to do it, Moses, maybe HellRaisers running out of money, I feel like.
Yeah.
They're good at that.
Yeah. They have done a very nice job. They've been consistent with that throughout the 2 maps. Massive advantages for Heroic here, and even HellRaisers wanted to call a tactical pause, but they were duly informed that they'd already taken 4.
Yeah. I always wonder if you shouldn't get one more for overtime, but maybe it would draw out the series even further, but I just feel like...
Yeah, you just, you can't start... I think you should be able to, but obviously you can't start that here when we've had so many tournaments without it. That's got to be something that's stated beforehand. Fast-paced up danger stairs, and Rubino's going to get into a bit of a fight, and they're going to try and fall back, and they will get that ground, but they're under so much pressure right now. They need to be careful with this timing.
Yeah, they do. And the more time that passes now, the better positions Heroic are going to be in, but they do open up with some really good kills. Woxic getting a headshot as well, taking down Nico, but Snappy's still there, and dropping HS. The bomb is down, and it is a 2-1-2, and everything is on the line here. Yugi doesn't quite see it. Tries with the Deagle. Going to take down Woxic. And now Bondic. He's been doing such a phenomenal job. But this might be too much. He's got plenty of time, but the 1 versus 2, if he loses it, that's it. The series gone. Heroic going to bring it home in overtime, and he's waiting. He wants Yugi to make the mistake, and he's not going to do it right now. And on the other side, Snappy's locked him in. He's locked in between 2 AWPs, and he's got no grenades. There should be no way out of this. Oh no. Forced into the AWP. That's absolutely cruel and unusual punishment, Moses. 19-17, and that's the win for Heroic in overtime. That was heartbreaking at the end.
Yeah, it really was. That Molotov ruins his day. Unfortunate, but you have to say, both of those maps, obviously, HellRaisers kind of dropped the ball, definitely, but did a very good job of keeping themselves in the fight.